Can you hear me all right? I'm doing all right. How's your day going? I actually got quite a lot done, and I had an idea to talk about something, but I kind of want to make sure more people are here so I can just get their thoughts. But can you hear me all right? All right, good. All right, that's good to hear. All right, let's wait like a minute or two and let everyone get here before we really get started. But your day's going all right? Yeah. Oh, that's good. I got quite a lot of filming to do. I actually know I did a lot of filming today. I'm currently editing it. I went on Fiverr, and I'm currently having like four thumbnails made. So hopefully they look a little bit better. I picked a fast person, so I don't know. With some luck, maybe I'll get the thumbnails later today or something. But that's pretty much what my day's been. What have you guys been up to? Hey, what's up, bro? Gitty? How you doing? There's nothing else going on. All right. All right. Well, if you guys want to start throwing your questions at me, go right ahead. I see we have like 7 people, so I don't know. I think that's good enough. So go ahead, start throwing them at me. Oh, by the way, my day been very Jackie Boy, very productive. However, I would like to make a statement. Uh, I've played through enough of Spider-Man 2, and I already know what happens story-wise. I think I'm not gonna do a review for it, and I don't think I want to finish it. Um, I'm not having fun with this game. And if the reports about what they're planning to do for the next game are true, which it looks like they are true, I don't want to play Spider-Man 3. I'll stop where I think I'll stop where I'm at right now. What is my favorite monster design in video games and or Yu-Gi-Oh? I I, I guess my favorite monster design would be Blue Eyes White Dragon. Man, I know it's hard to see, but I actually have a Blue Eyes White Dragon skateboard right up there. So yeah, off. You guys, is that is yeah. There was like one line in there that pissed me off about Spider-Man 2. Like once like Peter said it, I was like, "Oh my god, don't do this." And then the developers kind of confirmed the direction that they want to go, and I was being like, "Well, you took the one thing I didn't really like to begin with, and you're going all in with it." So yeah, I'm not happy, and I think I played through enough of it to be like, I don't want to review this. I'll just work my way on the next game. Favorite vampires in movies? Okay, does Blade the Daywalker count? He's pretty cool, I'd say. You picked up Kingdom Hearts 2 2 days ago. All right, great, man. That's my favorite entry in the franchise, and it's one of my 10 out of 10s. And I actually did a video talking a little bit about it earlier today, which hopefully I'll be able to work on it later today. But I filmed like 5 different videos today. And I'm like, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna start editing them, and I'm currently having like 4 different thumbnails made. So I guarantee you, I know I said this last week, but guarantee you, either later today or guaranteed tomorrow, you will probably get like 4 videos in a row back to back. Like that might be like upload overload, but like I really want to make up for like the last like week, like 2 weeks of like not having uploaded anything. So yeah, I want to make up for that. Do you think Final Fantasy X is as good as Final Fantasy X-1? No, absolutely not. No, I'm sorry. Like ratings wise, like 10, like I don't think 10 hurt. I don't think 10.2 hurts 10 though. Like a lot of people say that. It's like I don't think 10.2 is anywhere near as good as 10, but I think it's a good game. I don't think it's a great game. I think it's a good game, but it's not even on the same level as 10.1. It's not even close. Two different stratospheres. Outside of Dr. Octopus, who's my favorite Spider-Man villain? Probably go with Venom. Yeah, I'd say Venom. That's who I go with. How far did I get into? I stopped. Where did I stop? I stopped. Right when there. I don't know if this was like a side mission or official mission where Miles has to go to his school and like do a number of projects. That's the last thing I remember doing. But now that I've had a good amount of time playing as it, I see what my problems with it are, and already having seen the entire story playthrough, I'm like, yeah, I'm not a fan of what they're doing, the direction that they're going, and I don't want to play forward. I think I'm done. Like all the problems I had in Miles Morales are elevated, but it's like in an annoying way, and the story is doing things that I'm not a fan of. So I think I don't want to play. I'm gonna turn in my copy of Spider-Man 2 and just jump into the next game, which arrived yesterday, and I haven't even had a chance to install, which is RoboCop. RoboCop arrived yesterday, so I want to try to start playing that. But I've spent all day just filming, so that's kind of my plan. Here's an idea for a ranking video: Final Fantasy American characters' ultimate weapons. But not all of them have ultimate weapons, and that's the thing. I haven't played. I haven't gotten the ultimate weapons for everybody. Like I've gotten the ultimate weapons for Cloud, Squall, and Titus, and Clive. I never got the ultimate weapon obviously in Damnation 13. I didn't do 14. Didn't do 15. Didn't do 9. Didn't do 6. Didn't do 5. Didn't do 4. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. What do you think of Peter's face? And I didn't like it, dude. I did a whole video like 2 years ago talking about my problems with Peter's new face. I didn't like it, and I didn't like it even more here. I didn't buy it. He looks younger than he's supposed to be. But yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I'm sorry. Luckily, I popped in my copy of a Marvel Spider-Man, and his face is the original face, and like, oh my god, I feel like it's so crazy. Like I don't like playing Spider-Man 2, but I just went back and started playing Spider-Man 1, and oh my god, it's so much better. Oh my god, it's a so much better game. I also got Final Fantasy IX as an early birthday present. Okay, Vamp, I have fun with it, I guess. It's not really a game for me, so I don't know what to tell you. Have I played Chocobo Racing on PlayStation 1 or Chocobo GP? No, I have not. I have played that little Chocobo game in like Final Fantasy 7, but that's about it. Even though I kind of like the new Peter's face, its essence is a ripoff of Tom Holland. That's what I said. I said that from the very beginning. It was clear that Sony wants to connect this Spider-Man verse to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I'm not a fan of that. Keep them separate. Once you start mixing in those type of things, you lose me. No, don't worry, Boda. That was the opinion of a lot of people, including myself. Can you do a video talking about why Spider-Man 2 is a disappointment? Sure, I don't mind doing a video, but I don't want to do a review. So yeah, Cinevik, I did want to do a video about it, but it'll probably end up coming out after I get my next 4 videos out, which I'm editing today for sure. And with some luck, if I don't get them up tonight, they will guaranteed be uploaded tomorrow, and it'll be like rapid fire, like uploads. Like you'll get four videos like boom, 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 like back to back to back. The writing in Spider-Man 2 makes Peter look inept throughout, which annoyed me. Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'll even tell you the line that pissed me off. There was a moment near the end where, like, the whole conflict gets settled, and Peter says, "You know something? Spoiler alert. You know, maybe MJ was right. New York doesn't need me when it has you." I was like, Peter would never say that. Peter would never say that. Peter is Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I never liked this idea of having two people with the same name. It would be like having Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson wearing the Batman cap. Like, it doesn't work. You cannot have two people have the same superhero name. It doesn't work. Unless it's like a temporary team up between like time periods. Like, then that makes sense. Like what they did in Shattered Dimensions or Shattered in Time, where you had Miguel and Peter teaming up. Technically, they are both called Spider-Man, but they call each other by their real names. They don't call each other Spider-Man. He calls him Parker, he calls him Miguel. They're on first name callings. But this didn't work it for me at all. And I'm like, if you're gonna focus on just like, and I'm not a fan of Miles. I'm sorry, and Insomniac has already confirmed that the direction they want, like moving forward, Miles is gonna be the main Spider-Man. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. And my God, it's not even fun playing as Miles in this game. It was annoying in Miles Morales because he's OP as hell, and Miles like totally beats the crap out of Peter. Like, it is not even close. And like the symbiote suit is supposed to be like the strongest suit Peter ever wears in the comic books, and Miles beats him like he's nothing. Which is what I said was the problem with Miles. Like, he is so OP, the game isn't even fun playing as him anymore. Like, I dread playing when I'm forced to play as Miles. I dread it. It was not fun at all. Sorry to go on that little bit of a rant. That's just a sneak preview of what you'll get in my video. I'm sorry. The Spider-Verse movies are way better than the MCU Spider-Man. Yes, guilty. I agree. The only Spider-Man 2 I acknowledge is the one from the PlayStation 2. That is a great Spider-Man game. That is a great one. Mary Jane is such an awful character in the game. I try not to pick on her too much. Because Mary Jane's never really had great writing, plus she's a redhead, so I try not to pick on redheads. I try not to. I try not to, unless they deserve it. My biggest problem with the game is the pacing, incredibly rushed, not enough time to flesh out each plot hole. I agree. A lot of things, they feel half-ass. Vincent Valentine versus Dante. It depends on what Dante you're talking about. Depends. But I would probably say Dante. Maybe. And I don't like combining different franchises. If you're gonna do a versus question, keep them in the same franchise. It's just easier for me. Only Spider-Man game I was play is PlayStation 1. I think I found a part of the game that was untext, all wired and frame. Okay, Jackie, but I haven't heard of that before, but you know. I think it's cool that Vincent Valentine could have been skipped in the OG. Yeah, no, I didn't. Dude, I made that mistake myself when I first played Final Fantasy when I was younger. I didn't know about Vincent Valentine. The first time I saw him was during Advent Children. I didn't know who that was. I was like, wait a second, who's that character? It's like, oh, that's Vincent Valentine. It's like, who's Vincent? It's like, oh, he's a character in Final Fantasy. It's like, he's not in the game. And my friend had to show me he's a secret character that you actually have to go out of your way to find. But again, they also did that in Final Fantasy VI. There's like 12 or 14 playable characters. A number of them if you don't go out of your way to go find them, they won't be in your party by the end. So yeah, that was something for me. Yes, Jackie boy, I know he became popular. I have a Vincent Valentine figure that is very, very old. Might be worth some money. The director of Spider-Man 2 said in an interview that he doesn't care that MJ is OP. He pushed her segment in out context to do it. I mean, I didn't get that far, but I saw some gameplay footage of that, and that made no sense. I mean, you might as well just give her some spider powers and then have her be another spider person at this point. Like, I mean, I think they've done that in the comic books a couple times. Web of Shadows, Shadow Dimension, Edge of Time, very good games. Sucks that they're getting too expensive. I agree. Yeah, those were some great Spider-Man games. Hot take: Advent Children looks better than FF7 remake. I don't argue. I don't argue with that. I love Advent Children, especially what they did when they did the complete version in a on a Blu-ray. Web of Shadows sucked on PlayStation 2 so bad, so bad. Ah, sorry to hear about that. It's stupid that they're making Miles the lead for Spider-Man 3 when he has no connection to Norman and Otto. Hey, they're gonna do whatever the hell they want. They're gonna do whatever the hell they want. I think this is a stunt because I think I think they're trying to do a major push for Miles in every department. They're gonna push Miles in the comics. They're gonna push Miles in the games. They're pushing Miles in the animated film, and we already know they're going to try to push for a live action Miles. They are trying to push this character super hard, and they're trying to do that across all medias and kind of sideline Peter or just kind of push him out of the picture. And I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of this at all. I'm the kind of person who, if I wasn't a fan of this character when I was younger, I don't get attached to new comic book characters. I really don't. If I wasn't a fan of this character when I was younger, you're not going to win me over. That has not happened to any comic book character I can think of over the last 15 years. Like if I saw you and liked you as a kid, odds are I'm going to like you as an adult. I never liked Iron Man as a kid, and I was never a fan of him in the MCU live action films. I think the only one Iron Man movie I enjoyed was maybe the first one, but that's because I didn't know too much about him. Past that point, I never cared. Hey, what's up, Zach? How you doing? Which superhero sequel would you like to watch as many times as you can? Like anytime Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 or Dark Knight? Definitely Dark Knight. I could watch it multiple times. You're not feeling too well? Alright, well, thanks for stopping by and get well soon, Jackie boy. Let's get your rest. Favorite mobile game of yours? I don't know. I don't really. It's not really a mobile game, but like the only game I have on my phone is like Master Duel. But like you can play that on like multiple different devices, so I don't think that counts as a mobile game. But yeah, in terms of like mobile games, I can't really think of any just off the top of my head. Am I excited for Beyond the Spider Verse? Yeah. I mean, I saw the first two and they were okay. So yeah. Let's see. So Sony and Nintendo for Zelda. Not a fan of Zelda, but crazy collaboration. Is it? I heard they were gonna try to do live action, but that would just be weird. I would expect it to be like an animated form. I would like, because doesn't Link like not talk? I don't know what if they've done anything like last time I remember Link didn't talk. So is like Link a mute? I mean, I guess you could go in that direction if you want for a Zelda film. I mean, I'm not sure I would go see it because I'm not the biggest Zelda fan, but heck, maybe if they show me something I'm impressed with, then maybe I'll give it a chance. Have I seen Final Fantasy VII: The Last Order? Yes, I have. The little animated shot that kind of shows like that pretty much follows the Turks and Zack Fair. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it several times. I've mentioned it a bunch of times. Have I seen the teaser trailer to Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? Yeah, I did see it. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I felt the last one was a good enough ending for that story. I don't really need to see it go any farther than that. And I'm not really a fan of the apes like fully talking now. Like now they're talking like normal people. So yeah, I mean I guess progressively in evolutionary stages they would have eventually gotten to that point, but like now that it's actually here, I'm less invested in it, so I don't think I'll go see it. Well, Peter is only doing some normal life stuff. Yeah, I guess. Spider-Verse Miles is the only version that's somewhat charismatic, but Insomniac's version doesn't have a good humor of Peter, not to mention cracking voice gets annoying. Yeah, I would say like at least the animated Spider-Verse, like there are other characters you can focus on, and so it kind of balances out to see him interact with other characters. But I don't like Miles being the lead of anything. He's just not he just does not work for me as a character. I'm sorry. Ever been in a school fight? It wasn't. Yes and no. Yes, I have had a conflict before. No, it wasn't really a fight. I was getting bullied by this guy in he was on the varsity school team and he was just picking on me and I just kind of snapped. I don't know how the hell I did this, but and this guy was bigger than me, but I snapped and I somehow was able to like pick him up by his throat and pin him to the wall. And I just said, dude, don't like you didn't like I don't like I'm paraphrasing something I said is like, you know the difference between you and me? Everyone has their eyes on you and so they have expectations. No one in the school sees me. So if something bad were to happen, no one would see me coming. And those are the kind of people you need to be scared for. It was, and I think something like that. It was there. It was like the fact that everyone knew who he was, so everyone had expectations. Because I was unknown at the school, if I did something, no one, even him, would see it coming. And after that day, I never saw him again. After that, maybe he transferred, but that guy just disappeared. It was weird, and he was on the varsity football team. So I don't know. That was like my only experience with a bully. And I just lost my cool. I got angry. I stood up to him, and I've never had to deal with a bully ever since. I think that was probably my sophomore year. It damn sure was not freshman. I know that. And it was certainly not senior. Did I see the Mass Effect teaser we got? Yeah, but we didn't really see anything. It's just some N7, a Spectre, I'm assuming, in a coat. In an N7 coat, in a helmet. Looks like a woman from the Slender form. Again, show me release it. Show me some gameplay. Like, it's been so long since last Mass Effect. Like, I'm tired of these teasers. Link talked in the 90s. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is true. He did talk in that show. Shadow D says, hey, does Neo look like Albert Wesker? I guess if you changed his hair, yeah. I mean, he's got the black clothes and sunglasses down, but yeah, outside of the hair, so I could understand that why they would look so similar. Would it be awesome if Infamous got remastered? Absolutely. I would 100% play a remastered version of Infamous 2. I don't want them remaking it, but remaster it so we can play on PlayStation 5. Absolutely, I would be down for that. Link is a silent protagonist for pretty much the entirety of the Zelda franchise, which is why if they made a live-action movie, wouldn't he just make sense for him to be a mute, or have him just you could actually do something with that. What if Link was a mute and he communicated through sign language? Maybe that might encourage some people to learn sign language. I mean, that would be something. Do you think Final Fantasy X Remake will happen one day? I hope to God not. I hope to God not. I just filmed like 5 videos today, and when it came to the PlayStation 3 games and PlayStation 2 games, I was like acknowledging it was the fact that all of my overall top favorite games are being remade. Like, Resident Evil 4 got remade when it didn't need to be. Metal Gear's getting remade when it didn't need to be. What else was in there? I was afraid. Final Fantasy, I was like, don't do 10. Don't do 10. Leave 10 alone. There's so many other Final Fantasies they can remake before touching that one. Just don't. Remake 6. Remake 5. Remake I would say remake like 1 to 6. Do that first. And then if they run out of ideas and need more money, then go to 9. And then 10. But like I would preferably I would prefer by 10 they forget about it. So I hope to God not. Well, with them introducing Silk at the end of Insomniac Spider-Man 2, it will be nice seeing another Korean American character in Spider-Man. We don't have a lot of those. Okay. I mean, I've seen so, but I don't really know anything about her. But I didn't know she was Korean. I thought she just seemed Asian to me. But that's the funny thing about Asians. It's you have to ask, are you Chinese? Are you Korean? Are you Japanese? Are you Vietnamese? It's like someone's got to do a video and say, okay, these are the definitive differences between these different cultures. This is how you can tell them apart. Someone's got to do that. Would you rather play as Ben Riley instead of Miles? I don't want to play as anybody but Peter Parker or Miguel in his own time period. I don't want to play. Come on. He disappeared. You sure you had nothing to do with it? Dude, he just disappeared. I don't know. Maybe he switched up his schedule or something. But I never saw him again after that. I don't. Maybe he was still around because he was on the football team, but I didn't watch our football team. All I know is maybe he just avoided me. Maybe you could have redone your schedule so that he didn't go to weight training because it was second period when that happened, and I had weight training at that time. I had weight training for 3 years. He easily could have just transferred to just switched it to like maybe third period or fourth period. And just how the schedules were made, it would not be hard to not see somebody until the end of the day unless you were looking for them. It would not have been hard. Have you ever taken advantage of vast martial arts scenes in Las Vegas? No, Dracula Man, I can't say that I have. Do you think we'll ever see Killzone again? I highly doubt it. Yeah, I highly doubt it at this point, but I think Guerrilla Games, I think they're happy with Horizon. And I'll be honest, I would take Horizon over Killzone. I just wish that we had another first-person shooter franchise. I would like either to make a new one or bring one back and then have another studio work on it. Like if Guerrilla doesn't want to work on it, give Killzone to another studio. Or bring back Resistance, or just create a new first-person exclusive franchise. That is definitely something I think that PlayStation could use. Who do you think prefers? Who do I prefer, Kit Fister or Obi-Wan Kenobi? What kind of question is that? Of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Man, come on. I don't know about remaking 6. I don't know about remaking 6 either. I'm just saying I think that would be a much better challenge because I think that most newer fans don't know about 6. Like they only talk 7 is so popular. People forget how good 6 was. And I think my issue with 6 is that it just has so many characters. It's really difficult. Most people can't name them. I can't even name all of the characters in 6. That has the largest Final Fantasy cast. You can have up to 14 playable characters in your party, and in the final battle, you can only use 12 of them. That's something. You wish PlayStation 5 would have backwards compatibility with people to play. Man, we want a backwards it technically does have backwards compatibility, but with PlayStation 4 games, which is something that PlayStation 4 did not have. It was not backwards compatible at all. Their solution to it was, I think it was PlayStation Play, and it allowed you to play some classic PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 games, but you could only play if you had an internet connection, which I thought was stupid. But yeah, I don't know, backwards compatibility has always been somewhat of a challenge, because I know, PlayStation 2 was compatible with 1. The first generation of 3s were compatible with 2. The second generations of 3s were compatible with 2. They were compatible with 1. PlayStation 4 wasn't compatible with anything. And then you have PlayStation 5, which is only compatible with PlayStation 4. So that's always been an issue. I accidentally shaped a pot into a cyclone. I plan to... Okay, Black Wolf. Thanks for the information. Do you think Snake offered himself in... Wait, do I think Snake offered himself in the end of You mean did he try to commit suicide? Oh, did he? Do you think he Do you think he killed himself? No, he probably just lived what years he had left and died naturally, because that's what Big Boss told him what to do. So I believe that's how Solid Snake eventually died. He just lived whatever time he had left because he didn't have long. Have I been playing the Master Collection? Unfortunately, no. No, I have not. I was playing Spider-Man, then I went back to Mortal Kombat. No, it's still here. I still have not really. I've not even installed it. And then RoboCop arrived yesterday, and I haven't installed that either. So, yeah, I'm really behind on games. Why don't I like Hitman? Hitman is all I don't like. It's just not my type of stealth game. It's like Splinter Cell. I don't play Splinter Cell either. It's just like it's not my type of stealth. Which Valkyrie Queen did you find the most challenging in God of War? Probably the Valkyrie Queen in God of War Ragnarok. Like, I compare her to the one in God of War 4, and I do think she was a little bit harder. I had to beat her in a way that was very unusual. I could do it, but it forced me to have to change my play style, which was not the case with the first Valkyrie Queen in God of War 4. So I definitely think this newer one was definitely harder. Remaking 6 to me is like remaking Chrono Trigger. It's too much of a classic that should be left alone. If it'll make money, they'll do it. I mean, trust me. I don't think these gaming publishers or developers, they don't care if something is classic or sacred. If they know it will make money, they will do it. This is about making money, not how we feel, not caring about how our feelings are. Do you think Anakin's motive towards the dark side was stupid? Not so much stupid. I just think there's nothing wrong with wanting to save the people you love. He just had attachment issues, but he didn't have the right guidance. I firmly believe that Anakin because of how his development was, he had the wrong teacher. There's no question in my mind, had Qui-Gon been able to train him the way he wanted, Anakin would have turned out a lot better. The problem is that Kenobi himself didn't necessarily buy into the way that Qui-Gon wanted Anakin to be trained. And so instead of having a father figure, which is what Anakin needed, it was more of like Big Brother is trying to raise little brother in a way, but he's not raising him the way that Dad would have wanted. And that caused problems. I do believe that Kenobi was too young to get his own apprentice. Not saying you can't be young, get your own apprentice, and do a good job, because I think Anakin did a solid job for Ahsoka, but I think that for Anakin being as unique as he was, I do think Kenobi was the wrong teacher for him. And there's no question Qui-Gon was probably the right teacher for him. I think had he trained him, things would have turned out very, very differently. It would have turned out the right way. Out of all the 9 realms, what is your favorite realm in God of War 2018 and Ragnarok? I don't have one. I really can't. They were all really good. So, would you have Miranda Lawson as your second in command or clone Commander Cody? Who are we fighting? Like, you can't just say who's your second in command. I think it depends on where am I? Am I trying to fight a long-standing clone war? Am I trying to fight the Reapers? You need to be specific, because I think either of them would be good in different situations, depending on what the conflict is. Do you still watch Death Battle? No, I don't. I don't watch it anymore. No. I don't watch it anymore. Out of the Winds of Destruction, which one is the deadliest? Metal Gear Rising. Raiden, I guess? I mean, he's the deadliest, I guess. Have I played Near Automata? Yes, I have played it once. I own a copy of it, but it's been a long time since I've played it. Do I know of Taplin Dragon Ball Z Base Link Chrono Trigger? No, Shadow Odysseus, I did not know that. So remakes are basically cash grabs. Yes, all remakes are cash grabs, in one way or another. Do you think Gabriel Belmont would find the Valkyrie's body tasty? Probably not. Do I have a favorite arc in Clone Wars show? The I think the one with General Krell. I think any storyline that focuses on the clones in the Clone Wars show is a good one. I mean, yeah, it's nice to focus on what the Jedi and the Sith are doing, but I think the anytime we get to develop the clones themselves and make them stand out as individuals, I think that's a major plus. You would be fine with a Final Fantasy X remake if they keep it turn-based. Oh, they're not going to do that. But we all know they will make it into... Yeah, but of course they're not going to do that, D. Of course not. Since when would they respect... Like, here's the difference. Square Enix has no respect for anything that Squaresoft did. Squaresoft and Square Enix are two completely different developers that have completely different mindsets in how they approach games. So anything that they see that Squaresoft did, they feel perfectly justified that they feel that they can do it better and update it for modern audiences, and that's their mentality. And I have a problem with that. Knighted Slayer, question. What would you say is the hardest game that I've ever played? Ooh. I would say... Not so much. I can't say a game, but I do know there is the hardest thing I ever went through was one mission in Call of Duty World at War on veteran difficulty. This one mission was so difficult, it took 3 months to get through it. It was insane, especially when you got to Grenade Alley. And I don't know how the hell the developers did this, but it was literally raining grenades. I had to print out an entire map and plan out my moves in like perfect timing. But like everywhere you went, it was grenades, and you could never pick them up and throw. It's like, you go this direction, you get blown by a grenade. You go this direction, there's a grenade. This direction, there's a grenade. Throw out that grenade. There's 2 grenades over there. Like, it was literally raining grenades. It took me 3 months to get past this one mission on veteran difficulty. I have no idea how they programmed it that way. That is the single... That makes the library mission on veteran difficulty in Halo 1 seem like a cakewalk. The library had nothing on Grenade Alley. My God. But I was determined to platinum that sucker. What are my thoughts on the rumors that Marvel wanted to bring back the Avenger actors clearly desperate? Oh, I've already heard that. Like, apparently Robert Downey Jr. apparently is coming back to play Iron Man again. Well, they need money. And what they're doing ain't working anymore. So it's just like, oh, well, we need to bring back these old characters because this is who the people like. This new stuff we're doing, it ain't working. So we just need to bring back these old characters that made us all this money back so we can start making money again. That is a clear sign of desperation. I have a feeling they're done with Metal Gear Remake. Peace Walker will be next. I don't really care at this point. They've ruined everything. I don't trust Konami. Have I ever rode a... What? No, Black Wolf, I have not written such a thing. Miranda Lawson is rabbit teeth. Man, I'm not looking at her teeth. I'm looking at her ass. She's got the finest ass in Mass Effect. That's what I'm not looking at her teeth. You're fighting droids. I guess. Which is worse, EA or Capcom? Probably EA. I don't really have much negative feelings towards Capcom, to be fair. They literally turned Final Fantasy into Secrets of Mana. I agree. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't make that connection, but I'm glad you do. Is it bad? I never played Killzone 1, 2, and 3, but played Shadowfall, Liberation, and Mercenaries. No, it's alright. If you never got a chance to play 1, 2, and 3, that's fine. I mean, if you don't have a way to play them now, then, that's fine. You wouldn't need to play... I think if out of the 3, you probably wouldn't have needed to play the first one the most. I think you could jump into 2 and move into 3. I think 2 and 3 are pretty strongly connected. I think 1's a little detached. Remember Driver 3 mission called Chase? That mission was impossible to pass. I didn't play Driver 3, so I can't say. Alongside World at War, what is also by far the most hardest Call of Duty game to complete on veteran difficulty? Oof. On veteran? I would say maybe Black Ops. Black Ops is pretty hard. On veteran. Yeah, probably Black Ops. Maybe Black Ops 1, I'd say. This is something you probably don't want to talk about, but have you seen the trailer Chicken Run Dawn of the Nugget? I've seen the trailer, but I'm like, really? Hasn't it been like 20 years? Who asked for a Chicken Run sequel? Like, that movie was pretty cut and dry with how it ended. It didn't need a sequel. And who asked for one? I just found out today, apparently they announced that they're doing a Shrek 5. I didn't even know there was a Shrek 4. I liked the first one. I saw the second one, and maybe I saw parts of the third one, but I didn't know they made more Shrek movies after the third one. So when they announced Shrek 5, I was like, they made a fourth one? And I think maybe they did a Puss in Boots spinoff, but I wasn't sure that was a theatrical film. I thought that was a direct-to-TV special or something. But I don't know what they've done with the Shrek franchise past 3. God of War Ascension on God Mode was one of the hardest games you've ever played. Okay, well, alright. I was able to do it because you have to do it to platinum it, so alright. The Flying Dutchman model is a flying coaster that was made in response to okay, thanks for the knowledge. I don't know anything about that, Black Wolf. So you read any of the expanded Mass Effect stuff, like the comics, or watched the anime movie? Yes, I've seen it. I've read a couple of the novels. I've read some of the comics. Well, I had to, especially for Miranda and for Cora and Liara. Yeah, I did some extra research on those characters for my matchup video using both of them. So yeah, I did do some extra. Who is more evil, Joker or Palpatine? Probably Palpatine, I would say. Yeah, definitely Palpatine. Palpatine could definitely do a lot more damage than Joker. I would say Palpatine's kill count is exceedingly higher than Joker's. Your thoughts on the new Ghostbusters reunion movie? Is it really? It's not really a reunion movie. It's a sequel to Afterlife, and it's odd. It's like what, the Frozen Kingdom or something. It's just all I was thinking. I tell you what. All I was thinking watching that trailer is, if Arnold Schwarzenegger popped out as a cameo, dressed as Mr. Freeze, I would not have been surprised. I was like, oh my god, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze would fit perfectly with the atmosphere they're setting up. But I don't know. Maybe I'll go see it. I really liked Afterlife, so we'll see. What if Virgil actually said to be a villain? I never thought I would say this, but I'll only say this once. Let my son go now. That would be weird because that does not sound like Virgil at all. I don't think Virgil cares much that he has a son. That's not something he wanted. That's just not part of his character. So, yeah. Only the first two Shrek movies were good. Shrek 2 is the best. Okay. Hey Brian, what do you think for a living? If what do I do for a living? Oh, I have two jobs. I work at an arcade and I work as a bowling mechanic. However, probably sometime in May I'm gonna drop the arcade job and focus on just the bowling mechanic one because working two jobs it just takes too much time from like things I want to do. Like I like having money and being able to go on trips. Like right now I'm like in the middle of planning either a solo trip to Hawaii for myself or trying to see if I can convince John to get two other people together so we can plan like a week-long trip to Disney World. I went on 5 trips this year, and that was really only possible because I had two jobs and I was making all this extra money. It's like 2,000 went for like paying bills and covering bills, and like the other like 2,000 was merely just to save up to go on trips. So I would not have been able to do everything I did this year without having two jobs. But like it's so stressful, it's so exhausting. It takes so much away from like the things that I actually like doing to relax. So I'm like, yeah, this was temporary. I don't want to do it for long terms, but like, yeah. Do you think that Nick Sampson, the actor who played Charlie, Chip, Thorne, and Power Rangers Mystic Force? What? Black Wolf, I have no idea what you're talking about. I stopped watching Power Rangers after SPD. I mean, I know of Mystic Force, but like, I don't really know what it's about. To be fair, like I saw RPM, but like, I forgot everything in there. Like when I was done with it. Like I don't have much memory of Power Rangers past SPD. Like Mighty Morphin, the SPD, that is my period of Power Rangers. After that, it's a blur. Which of these two Call of Duty trilogies do I prefer, Modern Warfare or Black Ops? I don't know. I'll be honest, because technically there's no such thing as a Black Ops trilogy because World at War is connected to Black Ops. Black Ops 1's that was one of the most shocking things when I played Black Ops when you find out it's a direct sequel to World at War. I did not see that coming. So technically Black Ops is not a trilogy. It's a quadrilogy. There's 4 entries. And then technically isn't there like a Black Ops 4? So there's like 5 entries. So there's technically no such thing as a Black Ops. And isn't it weird how modern it's weird, Modern Warfare is so weird. So you have Call of Duty. So how does that work? You have Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and then it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and then Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. But it takes place after Call of Duty 4? Like, that's just weird. Who's a better dad, Virgil or Big Boss? Neither, since neither of them wanted to be, they put it like this, they didn't have choices. Virgil had a one-night stand with some woman and got her pregnant. Because I'm assuming condoms didn't exist back then. So, like, he had like a one-night stand with someone and they just happened to get pregnant. Big Boss did not have a choice. He had no say. They were genetically engineered without him being told. So both of them became fathers by not having a choice. It just happened. It would be the equivalent if someone took your sperm, they stole it and impregnated another woman, and then 20 years later you find out that you have a child with a woman you didn't even know. It's like the equivalent of if you donate sperm to the sperm bank. Like, lots of people will donate, and then years later they'll find out that they have like all these different children that they didn't even know about because their sperm was being used to impregnate all these different women. It's like, does that make you a real father? Like, does that count? Like, you just donated sperm. That's all you did. Like, you had no say in the women's choice. You had no impact on how they grew up and developed. Like, So can you call yourself a father or a dad? I don't know. I think it takes a lot more than just donating sperm or DNA to become a parent or being a dad. What is the most underrated Batman movie that I've seen? Underrated, I would go with Batman Forever. I think I still enjoy that to this day. And it was the first Batman film I'd seen, and it was the movie that made me a Batman fan. Do I hate the Resident Evil films Paul Anderson made? I don't hate all of them. I like the first two, but like past that point, they just kept getting worse and worse for me. Like I'll defend the first two. I like the first two a lot, but past that point, no. How much time we got? All right, we got 9 minutes. All right. Only downside for Miranda is that she can't have a kid due to genetic damage she took. Yeah, it's understandable. Kane versus Sting. Well, I'm not that into wrestling, so I can't really pick. And I didn't watch WCW, so. If you got to Disney World and Galaxy's Edge, you should make your own lightsaber. I did. It's good. I don't... Dude, my lightsabers are up there already. I already got Galaxy Edge lightsabers. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I already have my... Yeah, these are Galaxy Edge lightsabers. Yeah, I already got them. Yeah. Yeah, I already got Galaxy Edge lightsabers. Yeah, we're good. I never understood how Big Boss in MGS is a villain. It's a matter of perspective. So, yeah. Ever crushed on Rachel Moore? Maybe when I was younger, not so much now. I still talk to her. I'm still cool. I still keep like all my stuff from her. Like I still have her calendar and like hell, she's and like and like this is a hang on. What the hell is it? There it is. Like it's hard. Might be a little hard to see, but like I don't know. This is like a custom wallpaper I made for her because she didn't have time to make her own. So yeah, no. I still talk to Rachel often, but she's definitely more of she's still just a friend type. I've known her for about 11 years now. No. Me and Rachel are still pretty cool. I saw, dude, hang on, let's show you one more. I saw her, earlier this year. Hang on. Yeah, I saw her earlier this year when I went to my first Comic-Con. I saw her both days. And I kind of gave her some advice on what to do. Yeah, I gave her some advice about what to do when she eventually got to visit Nintendo World at Universal. But yeah, took this earlier this year. Yeah, me and Rachel are still cool. Yeah. Oh dang, you guys can like hardly see that. You guys can hardly see that. Damn. You mean, all right, how much time we got? We probably have like 5 minutes. Okay, I'll try to rapid fire these questions.
I mean, Hatham and Vader were bad. Some of Wesker's to Jake. Yeah, I guess something like that. How many bosses from Metal Gear Solid 5? I don't know. I didn't play 5. So I can't say Black Wolf. I didn't play that one. Do you think Superman 3 is underrated? No, I think it's bad. That is a bad Superman film. It's not as bad as 4, but it's pretty bad. And it was more of a Richard Pryor film than Superman, which is a weird direction. You think Maria Lawson could survive a run-in with Wesker? Probably, because she's got biotics. Like, I don't think Wesker has a defense against biotics. So, yeah, probably. You hate Resident Evil movies by Paul Anderson, bro. All those movies are basically, look how cool my wife is. I was getting that feeling past by the time we got to the parts of the second one. I don't think you can say that for the first one. I would disagree with you on the first one for sure. Because I thought that they were going to do Resident Evil, but it was going to be its own style. When they started introducing other characters, that's when I was starting to have problems. And I think the one line that made me kind of upset was there was a line where Jill, like, they go to some hospital, some hospital, some school to rescue this little girl, and Alice like takes some zombies out. No, it was a graveyard. Alice like takes some zombies out, and Jill just turns to her and she says, "Wow, I'm good, but I'm not that good." I was like, "Oh, come on. You're basically trying to say, like, Alice is better than every Resident Evil character," which Jill would never say that. Like, those little things I think were annoying. You really like Resident Evil Apocalypse. Yeah. Up to the first two, I like those. Past that point, not so much. Have I seen A Time to Kill? It's a movie made by the same guy who made Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Joel Schumacher? No, I'm not familiar with that film. Have I ever been to Heart Attack Grill? No. We have one here in Vegas, down by the Strip, but no, I've never been interested in going there. There is a workshop where you can make your own lightsabers. You should. Zach, I already did that. I know you can build your own lightsabers. I already did that. I don't need to do that again. I took footage of it. I uploaded it. Is Resident Evil Afterlife any good? No, I don't think so. Don't think I suggested this idea for you, but there is a lost idea for tier ranking Blue Sky Studio films. Which Resident Evil movie would I recommend? The first two. I would recommend those two. Savvy's Workshop, you could build... Dude, Zach, I know about Savvy's Workshop. I've been to Galaxy's Edge multiple times. I know you can build a lightsaber. I just showed you mine. I built it. John built his. He built his first. I built mine second. We have our built lightsabers. And here's another idea for you. Top 10. Oh, we already. Okay. Well, we were actually going to go into that anyway because we just filmed top 10 PS2 games, top 10 PlayStation 3 games. We've already filmed those. I'm gonna start editing them today for sure after the stream. Yeah. You actually like Resident Evil Afterlife? Okay, that's fine. CGI films? Yeah, the first two Resident Evil CGI films, I think are good. Do you think The Matrix Revolutions was bad? No, I don't think it was bad. It very flawed, and it's definitely the weakest one out of the main trilogy. But no, I don't think it's bad. There are definitely some parts in it I really like. You could do a top 10 favorite Mass Effect characters. Technically, I already did that with my tier list of characters. I mean, there aren't many characters that aren't companions I think stand out to me a lot. There aren't many. I think it's really your companions. Those are the best characters in the game. I mean, there's like a few like exceptions, like maybe Anderson, but he's about it. So the first two live action and the first two, yeah, I say stick with those. Have I ever wanted to be a cop? No. 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 I saw a movie that showed me what cops got to go through. Absolutely not. And with that, that is about 4 o'clock, so I'm going to cut the stream there so I can start working on these 4 different videos and hopefully get them uploaded. But remember, if you guys got any ideas for future video ideas, you guys can just send them to me in a comment, or you can message me on any of my social media outlets, or send it to me in a private video, and I will try to get them up as soon as I can. And we will do another weekly Q&A next week at the same time. So thanks for stopping by, and I will see you guys next week.